Hi, Matt with the water company here. I'm going to show you how to start up your new home water filter, total home water filter, and get rid of some of the manufacturing dust that comes with it. Also how to change it. So got our water line coming in here. I'm going to open this up. Now, if this was not tight enough, you'd see like a little snake line of water coming down from there. We don't have that. So I also have a bypass valve here. So the reason I have both of these is so you can isolate the filter, and I have a bleed off valve here. So I'm gonna leave this on. Actually, I'm gonna turn this, I'm gonna leave this on. I'm gonna open this up because I've got carbon media in here and some manufacturing dust. I wanna get rid of that before I send it into the house. So I got this little bleed off right here, letting the air out. So I'm letting the air out, and then I'm gonna let some of that black water out. So it doesn't take much. You can see a little bit. Discoloration, not too much. It doesn't last very long. That's it. So that's it. And once that's on, then you can open this up, send your water on through the house. In this case, we're sending it through the water softener, which is in bypass right now because I don't want any of that dark media in here in case I miss some on the bleed off. Now, changing the filter. You gotta close this. You gotta close this. Now I've isolated the filter. I've got pressure on this side and I got pressure coming in. I'm gonna bleed this off. It's just gonna do a quick spout. That's it. I could leave that open. Doesn't matter. Then you take your wrench. This is the type of wrench for the clear housing. The blue housing has a black wrench and it doesn't have these big corrugations for this. It just has single lines and a couple more of them. So you just do this. You want to be secure to something real good. If you're into sheetrock, you want to put a piece of like 1x6 as a mounting bracket from stud to stud, and then these lag bolts. Do use the lag bolts, because if you go real tight with this, or if it's been a while, then it's kind of difficult to do. I'm going to try to do this with one hand, but it's going to slash a little bit of water. So if you're inside, which usually I am, this is a rare case I'm outside, it's gonna, you could put a bucket underneath it and hold that bucket with your knees or something. You take this off. I'll try to do this with one hand right now. There's a little bit of water. You can see there's still water in here. That's where that sloshing is gonna happen. So pull this off. And what you wanna look for is this gasket. On the blue housings, it's a round gasket. On the clear housings, it's got like more square edges, and you'll see a groove right here that it sits in. And this kind of has a little viscosity to it. It's gasket grease or silicone grease is what you're going to use for that. Now this is a brand new filter, so I'm not going to change it, but you can see that if I push it down to here, it's almost flush with this. In the blue housings, it would actually be higher if I'm not right in the center. When I find the nub in the center, it drops down just a hair. And you can see down here that nub, that's what we want it going over the circle that's on the bottom. We want that right down on there. So if you're not right down on it, it'll stick up just a hair. I'm not on it yet. Okay, now I'm on it. Now you want to get the water out of here when you do this. It's going to help this filter not want to float, especially if it's not been saturated yet. And then make sure your gasket looks good while you're here. You can see that it's got all these teeth around here. It's gonna guide the filter to basically sit center on that circle. So you don't have to worry about it wobbling back and forth on the top. But you see that little depression that I've got. I'm sitting on the nub really good. So now I'm gonna try to get this lined up. Sometimes it doesn't want to grab the first one. Just keep going. Once it starts grabbing, just go hand tight all the way. Go hand tight with both hands, and you can kind of use this as a reference if you want. You could paint like a witness mark with marker, and then you put this on here. You don't have to go that much farther. If you really wrench it down, it's going to be hard to break that seal again later. So just go like 1 degree on the clock is all you need. Not even quite that. That was like not even, 6 to 5. It was not much. And then I like to hang this up. Now we're going to do the same thing like you saw before. We're going to open this up. We're going to bleed out the air, bleed off the manufacturing dust. Close that up. open this up. You want to make sure if you're in an area that this could freeze, protect your pipes. You might even put something over this if it's gonna freeze. You definitely want to cover this. There's water in here. This is the vulnerable spot though. Thin, it's hard wall, but thinner wall than this. This is hard wall too. This is hard, but this is water right there. So you want to put something over here and see if you can get a heat source. And that's all about changing your filter.